Welcome to the Soft Vikings, a quest for meaning, purpose, and loyalty, and a little bit of love.
Yeah, love is a very fluid thing.
Yeah,
It disappears easily.
yeah. I'm John, the hopeless son.
And I'm Eric, still the tyrannical father.
Yeah,
Try to hang into my role.
yeah. Doing
But
a
I feel a
pretty good
pressure
job.
on it, that my tyrannical aspects are a little under pressure. I am becoming softer. I don't know.
It's a
if
ruse. It's
Yes.
just it's a scam.
It's a scam. No.
No, no.
Maybe that's a good thing.
I mean, it sounds like it's not too much fun being a tyrant. It's lonely a little bit.
Yeah. But it's just a label. I mean,
Yeah.
things are more complex than
Yeah, of course.
than the labels. But it's I think it's an adequate label as we speak.
It's a good working title.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like it a little. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that says
It's a little Machiavellian. It's like as a ruler, they should fear you. That's the only safe position. If they love you, your days are counted. But if they fear you and need something from you, then you are in power.
yeah, being needed.
Being needed. That's the most important thing in the working life. If you want to secure your position,
Yeah, if nobody needs you, you are redundant.
yeah, you can bring the croissant to the lunch, or you can be the smiling person, blah, blah, blah. But if you're not really needed, or if they are not dependent on you, you're easy to replace. So to be nice, it's okay to be nice, but that's just a personal advice. That
Sure.
you should make yourself irreplaceable.
Yeah, ideally, yeah. Or at least add so much value that
Or be the owner of the company.
yeah. Then you can replace. No, you can
then-
be everybody can
Yeah,
be
you can. Then you can be
replaced.
bought out.
Yeah, it's a different
Yeah.
risk.
But in a way, you have some sort of agency. You can say yes or no.
You can not sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you have a listed company, then you can get kicked out. Or
If it does, no, it all depends on your shareholder position and what sort of agreements you have, what sort of fortress you made yourself.
yeah.
So, but we are physical these days, John.
True. It's
So you're
a bit into the first challenge.
Yeah.
The physical.
you started very well.
Yeah. It's early in the morning. That's it's a good thing. But
Yeah, you have.
you lose your evening time. I mean,
Yeah, if you want sleep, that's
if you like, yeah. I do want sleep.
Yes.
It's nice.
I think if you want to start a new routine or a change in life, it's all about motivation, right?
Yeah.
And where you find your motivation. And of course, you can be in the military and you're forced. That's one type of motivation, but we're not there, so it has to come voluntarily. And that's obvious the strongest motivation. But how to create a situation that you are motivated?
That's the hard thing, right? Because the beginning is so rough, like especially starting working out or learning new things. It's like the beginning is you suck. You're not feeling good.
Not feeling good, you fail, you
Failing.
don't manage well, you look stupid,
All those things.
you're, out of bounds.
No, but I think that the key there is if you speak to people who have done it enough times, is that you start to realize that those feelings they're a very good sign that now you are
On the right track.
journey on the right track. And
That's the way you should, look at it. But to get in that position, you need some, something that starts you, and of course, it's called motivation. And you're 43 years, and you haven't been training like seriously the last 20 plus years.
Not that consistent.
No, like little on and off.
Yeah.
But you're blessed with a very, solid body. You have good bones. You've always been strong, naturally strong.
Yeah, well, I had the advantage of when you do a lot of activity when you're young.
Yeah, but also
then
for
you
your genes.
Sticks.
Yeah, your genes, the way you're constructed.
Sure.
You're like the athletic type.
Yeah.
So you have that that works for you.
Yeah, I don't have to work against
No, and
losing.
and you're not like
Too much weight
obese. You have a little extra kilos around your
it's not-
belly.
It's
Not seriously.
No. I
Doesn't
would-
look good though.
No, but it's not. It's a difference between having a couple of kilos and being really overweight.
They are manageable.
Yeah, it's not. I don't need to buy new pants all the time.
No.
Then you know.
Yeah.
Then you know.
But where did you find your motivation? Because now you're doing this for 2 weeks and you've been there 6 o'clock every morning. You had one day where you were having a
Yeah.
legal situation because you had fever and
Yeah, that was like end of first week, and that was the rough one.
yes.
And
You
and I
couldn't
got sick too, so it was like a double.
Yeah, we're gonna do an episode where we're maybe gonna show some of this. We're working a little with the documentation.
It's a learning process. We'll think we'll make that one when the 6 weeks are done,
Yeah,
and then we can see the whole journey.
whole journey. Yes. So how we did it is that you just stepped into my training routine, like cold start, and you found the motivation by this pod, by the challenge.
Yeah, I mean the podcast helps for sure. Having someone else there that you like made a commitment,
Yep.
and being a really nice gang of guys.
Yeah, you're part of the
it's
group
super
now.
Happy,
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
because like I talked to the one Swede we
Yes.
have.
Yes.
We accept him.
You always need
Yeah,
a Swede.
We always need a Swede. Is that like those 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the sauna, like
Yes.
talking some shit,
Yes.
kind of carries your day.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah.
started out on a positive note, and that thing is it's probably
We
equally-
call it Skøyen 6 o'clock sauna
Skøyen.
club.
yeah. I think
It's a
it's
lot of SSS.
Skøyen. I think that's equally powerful as the podcast. To
Yes.
be honest.
Yeah, because you feel a social commitment to the group.
Yeah, not only commitment, but it's
Positive
a
things.
positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be much, but say you, like I have done before, you work from home and you wake up and you're by yourself, maybe.
Then you
You
need
don't
a
get any
lot more
input.
of willpower also.
Yeah, to do these things, and you don't get
So that's
any
part of the
social
motivation or to keep going is to create some sort of structure with some sort of obligations both towards the others or the environment as such, but also that you have a group that you feel that you fall short if you don't show up.
Yeah, you can look
And then
at
the positive side.
side.
And then the
of
positive
course.
side. That you enjoy it and you feel that you have some comrades and
Yeah, you're part of a group,
Yes.
a gang.
that
And
do
that-
the same and
That's
a gang that do the same efforts.
yeah, it's kind of the same. Everybody's doing the same thing.
Yes. And we praise that we're such a great guys and that we manage and
All these silly things.
yes.
And you have like a moment of like in the sauna. It's a or in the wardrobe generally.
Yes.
It's only
In
the
locker
guys.
room. Yes, it's the
So you get like this guy zone where you can say silly things that you probably wouldn't say outside too much.
I would say healthy things because you can
No.
let out the air and be yourself.
People let their guard down.
Yes,
right?
and be yourself.
Be
And
yourself.
that's super important
Mm-hmm.
because there is no, political talks and there is no, forbidden things for so. And we don't really go deep. Of course, some of the guys are more talkative than others.
Well, everybody it's a different, wide specter in the group.
Yes.
How people are. But so this is I think what's a bit of today's topic is it's like the mental preparation for life, for anything, how to be strong and how to handle life.
Yeah, and so if you want to do a change as you are onto doing, and really buy into that, you have to be friends with your body, buddy with your body, and then as we've been talking about, that the modern life is made that more difficult because it doesn't come automatically.
Well, it's not needed in
No.
the same way. So
No.
we did go into this before.
Yeah, so we don't repeat that, but so that's where we stand. And then you need the motivation, and you found the motivation, and you've been executing now for 2 weeks steadily.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It's good. I've been. I think the biggest change, like outside the physical, like feeling a little better in the body, it's you become more like mentally happy.
Yep.
You feel better.
Yep.
And I think like this is maybe people know this, but to be mentally strong, it's good to do this hard thing in the
you
morning.
have to conflict.
You already conquered the worst of
yeah,
the day.
yeah. You
So
have
the
to
rest of the thing is like, okay, well,
Yeah.
at
Bring
least
it
I
on.
don't have to do this fucking burpees or whatever. So I'm good. This is no problem. So that's like you start with some stuff. You get up early.
You get up
You do
early.
the
That's
thing.
a hard one because
Already is hard.
you want to tuck in,
Yeah.
just get your feet out of the bed.
So you already committed, and
That's
you
the
have a
first
schedule.
victory.
Yeah, then you have the victory in the bag, and
Yes.
you're basically good to go.
And then you show up on the training
Yeah.
on time, 6 o'clock with this crazy gang and all the other 6 o'clock training persons.
Yeah.
It's a weird crowd.
Well, yeah, it's a
The
special.
other ones, there are some other ones there. We
There's a
won't
few
go
other ones
too
too.
much into it, but we have our comments on that.
And when you have it like fixed as we have it, like it's 5 days the same time,
Yes.
you eliminate the choice.
Yes.
So there is no thinking.
And that reduce also the amount of willpower you have to throw in.
It's much less.
Yes.
If I said like, okay, I'm gonna work out twice a week. You don't have a fixed day.
No.
You have to like assemble a lot of willpower to get it done.
And there will be and it comes a mountain of excuses towards you
It's
why you
always
shouldn't.
a good excuse for not doing something that's not that pleasant.
And how did it feel in your body? You doing it first thing in the morning? You managed to.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. And you don't do any breakfast, any eating before?
No, but that I haven't done in a long time.
No.
I don't. If I get up early,
Yeah.
I don't feel like.
No.
I get hungry around 12.
Yeah, same
the
with
day.
me. I also changed that, so I only eat 2 meals, and the first is lunch and then a dinner.
It's more convenient in many ways. It saves time.
Yeah.
And,
And
I don't feel like it.
it's a training thing. You
Yeah,
get used to it, and your
get enough
body doesn't ask for it. You can function 100%
Yeah, I mean,
on water.
yeah. Ideally, I mean, the easiest is to just eat once a day, but then you get a little too hungry.
I
when
tried
it's-
that for a period, but
You need that lunch. It's
yeah,
nice.
I felt a little underfed, and also
It's a social thing too.
Yeah, but
That's
there is
important.
also, I've been listening to all these different guys that throwing out theories, and I don't know who you should believe, but because I don't go to the sources, but you need protein. We both believe that, and what they're saying that you don't get your daily dose of protein absorbed if you eat everything in one meal.
It's harder.
Yes.
Some,
So you have to chop it up. So if you do it in two meals, it's a better, way of your body to get what it's needed.
That's good. I think we agree. We'll get back to the training part in a couple of episodes. When it's
we can
finished.
show the progress.
Show, not tell.
It's always a little it's already some progress, at least seen from my perspective. But
I feel it too. I mean, just the fact that you aren't so sore after the workout.
You were fucked up the first week.
Yeah, I was like T-Rex, couldn't stretch out your arms for 2-3 days, and you go around like this, and like everything's so painful. So that's the fun part, and that's the phase that why so many people start training and then give up.
Yeah,
because that pain is really it's bad.
Yeah, but as you say, it's the best thing because you should view it as this is right. Really showing me that I'm on the right path.
Yeah, and that's so important. And I'm sure you have a lot of experiences from like the business side, but like that mental toughness or resilience, which comes from understanding that whenever you're doing a new thing or doing a hard thing, there's gonna be an initial phase where it sucks.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. That's you're on the right track.
Yeah, that means you're outside.
You're pushing it.
Yeah, you're pushing it. You are creative. You are doing new things. You're growing.
It's like
you're becoming a better version of yourself. You understand lives better. You become wiser. It's like such a basket of good things when it's bad.
Yeah, so
when it's hurt.
So being mentally strong, I think one of the keys is to not look at negative experiences or which is basically hard experiences, and just look at that like friction. It's needed to start.
Yeah, it's the attitude. You have to learn the attitude, and you have to embrace and see that this is good.
Yeah, and then
this pain is good.
Pain is good, and then that's why this like a daily or like training often it gives you that reminder every day that when it's happening it sucks, but after it's good. It's helpful.
Yeah, and what also, if you make it a routine, you also, in a way, are setting your thoughts a little offside because they don't really have the impact. They say, should I do this and should I do that? Because your body starts acting a little at its own.
Yeah.
Even if it knows that it's going to come hardship. I have that because... some of the training sessions we do are super hard, and I always go to extension. Extension, that's not right, but is it the right word? Yes.
What do you mean? Like
exhaustion?
Oh yeah, to exhaust. Yeah, get exhausted.
Yeah, I'm not going
to the limit.
To the limit.
Yeah,
and it's super painful. But I just stopped thinking about it and just let it happen.
It is painful.
Yeah. And then it's very interesting, but that's if you are, getting warm and getting into it, then there's also some pleasure in it.
Yeah, it's when the brain connects that this is a good thing. This is how it's measured.
Yeah, you are in the flow. It's like so when we're doing this, we did on Wednesday we do the Tyrants core session. Everybody hates it, but they have to participate. And that's a rough one.
It's a rough one.
But there also, if you go into it, you suddenly you do 45-second work, 15-second pause for 40 minutes, 10 different exercises 4 times. And for me, it's like the first one is the hardest.
Then you're like into it.
Then you're suddenly into it, and of course it's hard, and you're dying for it. But it just happens.
Yeah.
Very interesting observation.
It's speaking of mental, how to be strong mentally and handle things. It's eliminating the choice. It's like if I thought that I can just finish the exercise now. If that was an option,
yes,
I would consider that all the way through.
Yes.
Like now I can stop. Now I can stop, and you get exhausted in the mind. Like because you have an option, you have a choice to make. So like eliminating the choices kind of just reduces the negative impact.
Yeah, because you stick to some sort of commitment.
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. It's there. It's not a choice. It's just what it is.
Yes.
No choice, no effort needed mentally.
And then it's the paradox that to limiting the choices gives you an enormous inner freedom.
You could put it like that. It can give you freedom because at least you didn't waste your mental energy on those things. But also
freedom from the thoughts and all the considerations. And should I do this? Should I do that? Blah, blah, blah. So you can free your mind and do, and in a way, a deep relaxation. You really can relax.
And this is one of the struggles of modern life and why so many people suffer. It is too many choices.
Yep.
And then you always suffer from buyer's remorse, right? I did choose that one, but I could have chosen all the other things, which then I didn't choose. I could have become an engineer, or a doctor, or a pilot, but now I'm a teacher, so I didn't become.
And this to show up at the studio 6 o'clock in the morning, do an hour and a quarter hard workout. Then, the locker room, the sauna, which is also a struggle sometimes because it's a hot sauna and it's a lot of humidity. And you had this guy that always comes in and throw like a whole...
Some guy, like it hotter.
Always
hotter.
And then you fight through that, and then it's the cold shower. So it's like pain, and challenge, pain. And after that, you get this bliss of reward. And for me, it lasts almost the whole day.
It covers the day. Basically, and it's easier to get other things done because you already done the hard one, right? You done the uncomfortable one. Sending that email or taking that phone call just isn't that rough after an hour of intense workout.
And also so you get the immediately takeaway, you get the benefit, you get all the rewards from the body, all the chemicals, everything is like going your way, and you get the long-term benefit, which is something in my age you focus more on because you're starting to look into your elder years, and that your body is going to be less and less.
Yeah, you need some more maintenance to keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's when you're 20. You don't think about
that at all.
Because you don't have to.
No, but you should.
Yeah, of course. It's better, but you kind of, from day to day, don't see the need too much.
And also what I think is that if you have the right attitude, that you see all the challenges as something that is positive, it's something that you can grow on, it's something you should embrace. It changes your perspective on a lot of other things also, because you can use that for the training, right? And then that will be, like ripples in the water. It will also go into other areas of your life.
Exactly. So this is why and why we also start with the physical aspect, because you can't start. It's much harder to start from the mental without having the physical, because
Yeah,
then you're kind of lacking your foundation.
Yeah, and in the mental area too, you know, with the psychology and advices, it's so many, you know, it's so overwhelmed with idiots that should try to learn you mental tricks.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to, you know, find out who to listen to.
Exactly, and
But Bodyworks is like super simple. Show up, do your push-ups, and shut the fuck up, and just watch the result.
I think so many of these, what do you call them? Like whatever coaches, mentally inspiring people who try to teach you. A lot of them are not doing the physical, and they kind of. But then you can kind of ignore it because you can get by without.
Yeah, and
you're used to it.
Always want to learn your hacks or your shortcuts, you know.
And that's what the issue
7 steps to heaven in 3 minutes.
Issue with physical
Good luck with that.
exercise is that there's no hack. There's
no hack,
quick
no
fix.
short. Of course, we are not ingesting anything. We're not eating.
But
tablets.
even that doesn't help you if you don't do the work.
No. That's
You
true.
can take as many.
But we just wanted
supplements.
a disclaimer. Hey, we're Vikings. we of course we eat mushrooms when needed to pump up the aggression, so we can conquer and
honey alcohol.
yes.
It's not what they had.
Yeah, but we do the workout, you know, the classic hard way.
Yeah.
And to start a changing process with something that's measurable and are concrete, and you know, where you can see if you do it or not, is of course something we recommend very strong, and that you are testing out now. And then we will see how it works, like with the mental state. But you already report that you feel much better.
Yeah, I think that's it's a pretty immediate effect you get from the brain. Just works better when you get blood flow going.
Yep.
That's just how it is. You talk better, you think better. You should do the podcast walking, but it's kind of difficult. But that would be the best.
Yeah,
if you want to have a good conversation, going for a walk together is probably much better than sitting down talking.
It is.
To get the blood through the brain. Wakes it up. So we'll see how it goes in some more weeks. But I think I'm not having big questions and doubts and saying this might not be a good thing. I'm pretty.
Yeah,
it's not a struggle for me to do it.
No, you're gonna. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna complete the 6 weeks and hopefully the 60 or the going. 600.
Yeah, I don't see a.
And it's for me, I'm very touched because I can really see some things changing, and because you're my son and I love you, or a loyalty.
Yeah, the L something.
The L something, yeah. And I, you know, my method until like half a year ago was like to try to, in a way, talk you down. You should do this, you should do that, or you know. And now that's turned totally because we have a discussion.
Yeah,
communication. Yeah. We are obliged to do this. We put it publicly, and we look forward.
Yeah,
and it's such a rewarding thing for me to see the change, and also with me because.
Yeah,
the tyrant perspective, which is awful, it's like a metaphor, but it's in a way you're judging of course, right? Because you are not, or at least our relationship. I'm not like happy with you. I don't think you're the way you should be, and all these things that is super negative, right? But now it's gradually changing. I see that, okay, if I look at you that way, in a way, I create you in that way also.
Yeah.
So I manifest what I don't want.
Like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, and it may be also,
manifest.
yeah, and it because we are so close, so it like goes over to you. And then
Yeah.
maybe the way you conducted your life in a way is also a protest or a way to, show, okay, I sacrifice myself or whatever because that's where I'm pushed. Of course, you have the agency to not do that, but you've done that. And now I see that, is it possible to be that stupid?
Yeah.
Because the perspective is that, of course, you're a human with your shortcomings and everything, and you do your best. And instead, I know you're super talented. I know you're super smart. I know you have your struggles. And that's where the love word comes in, right? That you change the perspective and listen and understand. And also look at the potential instead of blocking yourself with criticism. Because at the depth is, of course, something I also do towards myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. And then that's what it's the hardest thing is with oneself, because it's hard to see yourself from the outside, right? Like you can see other people, you can see the change.
Then that's the blessing now. We like the first step, right? Because I looked positively on this whole journey with the podcast and everything. It's challenging for me. I have to open up. I have to, do some changes, burn some wood, and try to, go into different perspectives. And when you decided or had the motivation or whatever, I didn't feel I forced you into this training thing.
No.
So you'd say you were voluntary. I go for it.
Yeah, we did talk about it for a while, and
You were ready.
I was never against, I think.
And when that happens, in a way, it's such a, and then you get, and that's back to the body, and you get the feedback immediately because you see, does it show up or does it not?
But this is the thing, right? Like talk is cheap.
Yes, talk is cheap.
And like they say in the movie business, you gotta show, not tell.
Yes.
Because the impact of telling, well, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's value.
Yes.
Has some value, but showing someone that's the thing.
And then do something together.
Yeah.
And of course, I have this hope that you can, I don't go down without a fight, but
Oh no.
hopefully
I'm
you
not worried about that part. I don't see that. That would be disappointing.
Yes. But you have the entropy on your side because the age will like take me earlier than you, I hope.
Yeah. I mean, usually it's the way. No, so I think, I heard from other people too that they have seen a difference in you, like mentally.
Yes.
Been more
Yeah,
a positive change.
Yeah, I went into this not for changing you, but for changing me.
Yeah.
Because you have so many beautiful sides that I haven't really appreciated. Life is what it is. Reality is what it is. We are here now. And the history is gone. And then I'm learning to, focusing on today and what we can do. And be grateful that we're even talking together.
Yeah, which is a really big word, that gratitude, grateful for having a positive or strong mind. It's to remind yourself and like you gotta, and it's actually a active process.
Yes.
Because gratitude just doesn't come by itself usually.
No.
It gets hidden
Yes.
day to day.
Yeah, and so very often it gets drowned in all your so-called big problems.
Yeah, because they're always more important.
which is basically
success.
bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I wake up in the night, not I have to go to toilet, and actually I am improved on that. It's all about I found out if I don't eat like 4 or 5 hours before I go to bed,
Yeah.
I can sleep all the night through.
It's a digestive thing, right?
Yeah, and it's strange. So,
Well, there's a lot of water in food.
yeah, but still, but I don't go to in the toilet thing. That's an old guy thing. Immediately, if people start talking about going pissing and how you can,
They're like,
he's the oldie.
You know, he's
Yeah,
a whole.
you can write him off. So, but then I wake up early in the morning always, and then I are like overwhelmed with dark thoughts. And if you look at them, there is always about the future that something should go wrong or and then I learned myself. So the last years I improved dramatically because I just asked this simple question: Can I do anything with that right now?
Yeah, it's a beautiful question.
And the answer is no. Okay, let it go, let it be there, but it's nothing that's gonna get my attention.
So that's that phrase or that question to oneself. I mean, I always use that. Maybe overused it too sometimes because it's so effective. But like, if you can't sleep or you worry about something,
Yes.
let's say, and then that question is right now. Can I do something about it? And if it's no, it's like let it go. So it's a very good tool to get rid of the bad thoughts, because if you keep overspending your time and energy on the negative side,
It consumes you.
in my experience, sometimes I did that, and then I got so exhausted that I wasn't able to do anything about anything.
No, you get paralyzed.
Yeah, and then you spend all that mental energy just getting through that, all the negative thoughts.
In a way,
Your problems get bigger, and
you're giving away your biggest assets, your agency.
yeah, and you're
And we all have that. That's also something that, in the modern discussion and political discussion, we can all say that, okay, somebody are privileged and somebody are more lucky and somebody have better genes and somebody are born on a better place or a better time or blah, blah, blah. And society is a hard
always
thing.
someone
And the
doing
ruler is
something.
fucking with you. But at the end of the day, whoever you are, wherever you are, you have some sort of agency. You have a little step you can take that you are in control of. And that's your power. And if you understand that and focus on that attitude, this little thing I have control over and I can move from there. I can take action from there. Then actually you are the ruler of the universe.
Yeah.
Because
In
then,
many ways.
then you have the power and the agency. But you have to accept reality and you have to accept where you stand. You have to, because fighting against reality is a very hard thing. Because you lose.
You usually lose in the end. It's hard to fight.
I mean, even Alexander the Great tried to fight against reality and change the world. And
Well, I mean, your ambitions exceeds your
he lost
success usually.
Yeah.
Always.
So I think that is very beautiful to see manifest in you, that you are moving from where you are, finding motivation, and just, jump into action and embracing the pain. You always had that in you, that you could tolerate pain.
Yeah.
That's something I don't know if it's that
pain.
genetic or it's the way you're...
It's probably both.
Yes.
But I have a high tolerance for physical and mental, like discomfort, pain.
Yes.
It's about focus, basically. You can, like, I was down in the mines for like a sightseeing kind of thing,
Okay.
a weekend.
Yes.
And if you start to think like, oh, I'm 150 meters underground, it's dark and it's tiny, and you got a mountain above you. You freak
like
out.
500 yards.
Yeah, then you freak out. Yes. But the freaking out is what makes it worse.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
And if you panic, then it really goes terribly wrong.
Yeah.
So the mental fortitude is mostly about not panicking and then just accepting, saying, okay, that's it. And focus on the goal or the progress.
Yeah, and accepting that things that disturbs you or upsets you or make you uncomfortable or let you feel pain and everything, it can be, something in the reality you don't like.
Yeah.
It's a gift because then you can, observe those reactions.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's only reactions. Mm-hmm. And then you slowly can learn to accept them. And of course, you always have 3 positions. You can accept them as they are and just, or you can try to push them away, which we mostly do.
Yeah. Just ignore it.
No, push them away to do something else and to get rid of the pain. If it's alcohol, if it's sex, if it's drugs, it's whatever, Escape. Or, and that's the same. It's not good to identify with it and say that I am like this. Mm-hmm. If you have like a strange feeling or thoughts, you can say, okay, this is me. Yeah, this is my identity.
So
this
like
is how I am.
Absorb it into your identity, kind of.
And that's fucked also. Yeah, so the trick is to not suppress it and not identify with it, but, let it be there like part of you or your surroundings. Say to this bad feeling or, distress or whatever, okay, here you are again. I don't like you. But you're part of this scenery. Come in, sit down, take a cup of coffee. Relax. I won't push you out. I will take care of you. You're here, but you're not in charge. And I don't follow your advice, but I accept you. You're part of reality. Sure. And then the stress or the bad thoughts and everything or the feelings you don't like, they will, disappear. Go back to the background or something, and they won't disappear you. Then they won't distract you that much, or
doesn't have to drain you that much. And I think that comes back to what some of the initial points that if you remove choices, because if you accept something that's perceived negative, or it's tough, it's unpleasant, like working out. If you just isolate on the working out part, if you accept it and say, oh, that's how it is, you eliminate the choice.
Yes.
And that comes with negative things like, okay, I have this in my personality. If you just accept it, you don't have to use all the time by, oh, is it me? Is it how I was made? Can I change it? All these choices you have to use every day to like, why is it like this? The acceptance part kind of eliminates the choices.
Yeah, and I think the deeper need, you don't optimize your pleasures, because that's a totally dangerous perspective. You have to do service and you have to do sacrifices.
So this is
that's the condition of a human. So this is and we're social beings, so we have to do service for the community, and we have to do sacrifices to get the whole shit moving. And the sacrifice, you also have to do service and sacrifices towards your body, because in the modern life, body and mind are separated too much. And we are not obliged to do the necessary sacrifices or service towards our body.
And this is unique for the body, because you can't really work out on someone else's behalf. You can't do it for them.
No, you cannot be political as I'm
I take it
representing all
The prime minister is
women's-
working out for
yeah.
everybody today.
Yes, yeah.
They would do it immediately, but
But he should.
he should just to show.
I think
That'd be good-
Jonas
good,
Jonas Gahr Støre, it's the current Norwegian prime minister. He's
Should have
always
the
under
morning
pressure.
hour.
But he's fit or he's
No.
grinding. No,
It's not fit.
no,
it's
it's not
thin.
fit. He's thin, but
It's
he's
skinny. It's not fit.
yeah. No, I don't think he's so that fit. But he's like grinding. It's like
He's in the intellectual type.
yeah,
for sure.
we don't love him. But the conservative
there.
candidate Erna,
Yeah.
I don't think she do much workout.
I don't think for any of these politicians, it's not it's not high on the list of
It should be.
things they do.
Because at least there's some reality in what they are.
Yeah, I
Up
think
to-
maybe many people would agree that
You cannot
that
be
would
prime
be a
minister
good-
without
would be a good thing
100
to
push-ups a day.
show, not tell.
Yes,
If you claim to be fit and leading the people, you should show them.
yes.
And it's never been more easy. You have television and cameras. You can easily.
I don't know if that's a political trend. This JFK Jr.
JFK Jr.
Yeah, that's like showing his face in the primaries. Of
Yeah.
course, a lot of people hate him and think he's a fraud with his anti-vaxxing and all these things in his history.
Yeah.
But he's have a wave now, and he's on all the podcasts. But he do I think he's in the 60s, and it was reported that he did 27 hang-ups.
Yes, good.
That's amazing.
That's very
If
good.
that's true, but that's more than good.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good.
But there you go. That's
So maybe we should
you'd
vote on
like your politicians to
yeah.
dedicate some time to the
yeah.
physical,
Yeah. So
make some better decisions.
I don't.
sometimes.
Mr. Biden.
I
How
don't
many
think how
hang-ups?
much he does.
0.
Well, that should be like on the debate night. They have to bring their scorecard.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
this many push-ups,
Yeah, yeah.
sit-ups.
I think Trump will always also fail on that.
Yeah, well,
But he has some,
say it's not too important too.
No,
so
but
it's
he has some grown fire in him. He sounds more, or he looks more energetic, or with some more power. He's not like anemic type.
better drugs.
Better
too.
drugs. I guess a
They
better,
all
better
on it.
doctor.
They all have it going.
Better doctor.
Before shows. These old politicians, they get some the little booster.
A little
before
booster.
They, go on
Yeah, they have to
stage.
have a good doctor, because if you're
They all
getting
have
too
that.
much or too little,
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard
what I'm saying.
to hit it.
Preform.
Yes.
No, I can guarantee you they get a cocktail of beta blockers and some little ups. And
But that's a little scary, because when they're that old, they're more vulnerable, right?
so you have to have a good doctor. Yeah,
So the
it's
doctor-
expensive to be a politician these days.
Yeah.
The doctor bill alone.
Yes.
No, so but we can be try to have some gratitude for the politicians we have. It's not easy.
No, I mean,
all.
it's very easy to shoot at them, and it's a
And they're
fucking
up.
dirty job. And
It's their role in
That's
many
the
ways.
role, and of all bad system, democracy is the less worst, as Churchill said.
Yeah, we don't have a better right now.
No, and you can work
see.
inside the system and try to improve. And
But to get to another point here on being like mental preparation and being strong and ward off the negative, it's showing grace in failure and losing,
yeah,
which is also we like in our politicians, right? It's a foundation for democracy
yes,
or society, that you have leaders that when they don't win,
they accept it.
they accept the other one because they have a common goal.
Yes,
And this is, of course, the big issue when you start to have
challenge the
sides in
results.
society they don't even have a common goal.
No,
Because then, of course, you wouldn't say, yeah, your turn. Let's try it your way, right?
That's one of the big threats.
That's a major threat to
You
to
don't
modern
have,
democracy,
yeah,
because
yeah.
then the sides will not cooperate.
No, you need a narrative that we are together in.
You need a common vision, a
Yes.
goal, and or else it gets really dark. If you have that inside yourself, you I don't know what you
You
would
fall to
call it.
pieces.
Yeah, because it's never good enough, never works out at all. But the to accept failure and loss, and at least in my life, I mean, I had my share of things not going the way I hoped.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's but it's a strength in learning to accept it, because first of all, you can't change the past.
that's true.
So that's kind of the first. You just have to say that's the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
because
have
you can
to-
go your whole life
You have to,
regretting
yeah.
something.
You have to write it off.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
One good thing is to put all the things that you really regret
Yeah.
down on a piece of paper, and then throw a party and read it loud and put it on fire and say goodbye.
Yeah, that's one way. Just get some.
Get it?
That's accepting it.
Yes.
Closure. Can't change it.
No.
And it's easy to spend all your mental energy on
I spent
regretting,
a lot of time of regretting.
trying to
I still
justify it.
do. I
right?
still do.
Yeah.
It comes and it takes over.
And it's probably unavoidable to some extent.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's more like how quickly can I move along
Yeah.
when it
The
happens.
half time.
Yeah, that's it. And I think I can tell in myself, like if I compare myself to when I was 15, like when something bad happens or something negative,
Yeah.
how quickly do I like bounce back and just move along, accept it? Okay, whatever I need to do, let's go on. There's no point. And I tried before you can do the ignoring and pretend it's accepting.
Yeah, you tried that a
You
lot.
can
but
pretend ignoring it's accepting.
That's
It's
two
not the
different
same.
things. No, that's
Because accepting, you kind of usually have to do what you need to do. Also, there's some action.
ignoring or like dope it down with all type of distractions.
Yeah, it's like you get, like I just got like a speeding ticket
Yes.
now.
Yeah,
You can ignore it.
yeah.
Say, oh, I didn't get a speeding ticket. The
Or you can
government
pay it.
disagrees.
You can pay it immediately.
Or you just take it,
Pay it.
I'll just pay it,
Yeah.
fix it now,
No.
move on.
Yes.
No point regret.
No.
Nothing I can do. And that's I think, of course, it comes with experience, but to be accepting the failure in life, and you're always gonna fail and make mistakes. And
Yeah, but it's two positions, right? Because if you hate failures, one position is never try.
yeah,
Go super passive.
in the
And
sense,
list up this long list of reasons why you shouldn't do things at all, because it's dangerous or you will be hurt or it's
you guard
cold.
yourself from a concrete failure or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
specific failure. But
Yes.
but of course you
The big
guaranteed
failure.
failure.
Yeah, then the massive failure, and you lay there on your dying day and you see that you didn't live your life, because living your life is trying and doing mistakes.
And I think there we
Failures.
come to the aspect of to have a strong mind. You have to be willing to take risks and
Willing
accept
to
the
take risk,
consequence.
yeah, and be committed,
And
and
Because-
not being afraid of pain.
well, it's guaranteed.
But
That's
life
the
is
issue, right?
painful.
Yeah, or it's going to be painful
However
anyways.
you cut it, it's going to be painful.
And you can do the one with like if you say you avoided the immediate pain of working out, you're gonna receive some pain at the back end there, which is probably worse.
If you live long enough, you
Yeah.
will have some really painful last years.
Maybe, yeah, right.
Yes.
So
Or you
there's a
die
risk.
too young.
There's a risk.
Yeah. Or you not manage to do things. Or you're not even impressing the opposite sex. So
Well, there's
you
still
don't
plenty
get
of
laid.
risk, many risks, and I think we'll get devote some more time to the that aspect, and I think other people, myself included, would be also interested in like risk and the business side, where you have a lot of experience, like how to manage.
we can take go into that because I was lucky to be in the having my adolescent time in the 70s.
Yeah.
I'm born in 55, so and it was total different rules, and I was also an outlier deluxe. So I have been taking a lot of risks.
Yeah.
Some of them from stupidity, and some of them in opposition, and some of it I don't know where the driver is, but and I think also that's part of the bigger picture in the modern culture, where like men are more willing to take risks on average.
Yeah.
And when that is played
That's
on,
true.
and you try to, put safety into the mix, and and take risk out, something bad, I guess, will happen over time.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the dilemma of the modern state. It's like the promise of less risk, and it just isn't true in many ways.
Zero tolerance.
Yeah, zero risk.
Zero risk, zero tolerance.
And it's like there is no zero.
We have no life to give or sacrifice. I don't know what wording they do.
Yeah, and then you have daily death. At
Well, we
whatever,
all,
right?
yeah.
So unavoidable.
Yeah.
And
No, so I think we can, spend some time on that, really, to go into the risk and to, I can share my experience, and I couldn't live without having some sort of direct response to my own actions, also work-wise.
yeah,
Because you can be an employee and be a number in a big system, and whatever you do, it doesn't really matter in one way or another. The only thing you have is to please the right persons and hang in there and get your fucking salary.
To kill time, basically, to get through the day fast as possible.
Yes.
And that's a terrible way to live a life.
Then it's better to have the possibility of going bankruptcy on a daily basis.
At least you feel alive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You will definitely feel alive.
Yes.
No. So to finish off there, it's what I put down here is in the spirit of many people, it's the how to not give a fuck, for example. So it's pretty much derived. It's to let go. You gotta let go of most things.
Yes.
To get some things done.
That's true. Because if not, you carry too much load.
Yeah.
And you don't have any room to move in. And to let
Too
things
many
go
choices.
can be to don't give a fuck. But
You can phrase it like that.
But it's not that.
Well,
It's much deeper and much wiser.
Basically, you got to focus your daily choice quota on the things that matters to you.
Yeah.
And spend them there. And just eliminate all the other choices.
Yes. And don't be so concerned about what people say to you or mean around you, or what sort of opinion they have about you, because
that's choices. Then you spend a lot of time.
You remember?
Do they like me or
you
not?
remember Jens, my old friend that died? Rest in peace.
Yeah.
He said something. He had many good quotes, but fuck what people think about you, because mostly they think about themselves anyway.
Yeah.
So they're not so concerned about you.
True.
You're more concerned about what they are thinking about you. Yes.
That's what they're thinking.
Because
Just
they
when it's
actually
about
they don't give a shit.
And that's so true. And it's so easy to forget.
Yes.
To spend your time thinking about others. You're not thinking about them, you're thinking about what they think about you.
Yes.
So they do the same.
Yes.
And that do the same. So last thing about choices, which is a great hack in life, is on Netflix, just play the first thing.
Yes.
you can see it all instead of you spend 2 hours choosing.
Yes.
Because this is like a metaphor for life. We sometimes spend so much time trying to decide what's the best choice.
Yes.
And in that time, you could probably done all of them.
Yeah.
If you just started, okay, there.
The tyranny of choices.
Yeah, there we go.
The tyranny of scrolling.
Scrolling. Okay. Well,
Scroll to death.
good luck with the scrolling, guys.
Yeah, but remember...
Scroll by us, too.
Don't skip your morning gym.
Yeah, keep
Never.
up the good work.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Pain is good.
Pain's good.
See you
Okay.
guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.